Damn, bro.
Yeah, I had to know this was coming.
Can we not have any heroes? Not one?
Yo.
This is less. I mean, I've learned this lesson. I know I've learned this lesson. And this is somehow I still keep slipping into it, my man. Jonathan Majors, my dude, please say it ain't so.
Your boy, man. Your
Say
boy.
it ain't so. Bro, how you gonna be in interviews and shit talking about fragile masculinity and being like showing love and how to express language and words and feelings and stuff, and you're talking about the vulnerability of the black man, and for me to wake up to a headline
kind of crazy, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
that
Yo,
this nigga put his hands on a woman, apparently, right? Allegedly struck her and was choking her out. It's kind of reminiscent of some Chris Brown shit. Wasn't he like choking Rihanna?
Yeah.
He had the thing on her neck and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a good look. I'm really hoping. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say hoping because it's like you can't be caping for fucking celebrities and these fucking people that are just like, they just have a different grind. They're working. They just like me and you. They bleed just like me and you. They put their legs one leg at a time, and they got issues like me and you. So I'm not gonna say hoping because I'm still gonna like really take this renewed perspective of, bro, you don't know what these people got going on. You can't. There are no fucking heroes. Take the everyday heroes in your life. You know what I mean? Elevate them a little bit more. The teachers, the nurses, that family member, that church member of yours that like helped you out in that situation.
Absolutely.
Versus these fucking people that are living up to some symbolism that we've created for them, and that they end up feeling like they have to live up to.
Yeah, the real heroes definitely. A lot of them don't have faces. A lot of them don't have faces, bro. Like the real people who are in the community, people who have helped your family, people who, friends that you have. You might even have heroes in your peer group that you don't regard them as heroes because they're in your peer group, but they may have been like probably like a best friend of yours who's always been there for you, who's always supported you, who's always helped you, and you know what I'm saying? Like there are people, man.
There might have been some pivotal moments where you needed $150 specifically,
for real,
and like that could have been that fork in the road for that person. Like and can't nobody give you that specific amount. Ain't nobody got that kind of bread to just give away like that. And like this person got, and then you paid it back and everything. But like that moment you really needed them. They were there for. They saved the day for you. It could have happened. You know what I mean?
Your parents, people, like you said, people in your family. Like, yeah, man, it's man. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like when I heard this news, I'm gonna just keep it a bean. I wasn't surprised.
You wasn't surprised? You know what? This
I wasn't because it's happened so many times, bro. Like, to me, I was like, and it's not like I was thinking about it in a way where I was like, oh, it was a matter of time. Like, I'm not trying to imply that at all. Like,
so because somebody could hear this and say, oh, so you're saying any black man is destined to fail,
right? Exactly. And so that's why I wanted to make that clear. It's like I'm not implying that at all. Because if there's a group that I definitely stand up and advocate for, it's definitely black men for sure. But it's like, because we've seen it so many times,
specifically and also celebrities,
specifically with celebrities, number one, specifically with celebrities, and also because like humans are fallible. Like there are times where like, and especially like just this whole how men and women relate with each other in today's society. It's I mean, you go to different spaces, you know how toxic it is, right? It's extremely toxic. I just sometimes I think that, and with men, a lot of times if we're responding to something, I think most men respond to something, whatever it might be, in the most physical way, over the top, just doing too much, right? Obviously, this guy was doing too much.
Well, allegedly.
I don't know what, because I don't know what caused that to happen, right? I mean, we only know that he was just this
But you
guy who
don't
was
know.
just doing
But
too much.
I'm talking about even the thing that happened. We don't know
Yeah,
if that thing happened.
that too. Yeah, that too.
So that's why I
That
keep
too.
saying allegedly.
Oh yeah, sure,
Like, we don't
allegedly,
need
yeah,
those kind of problems right now at this
yeah.
early stage in
So
season one.
okay, so let's
Okay.
okay, so let's make it clear. Like we're making it in
A
an
person
inference
that
or
could be in a similar
that could
scenario,
exactly
how they could come to the place where they react the way that
right.
is
Yes,
negatively, you know, physical.
yes, yeah.
I'm checking the
So
lawyers. Go ahead.
that is, you know,
Hold
I,
on,
I
wait.
didn't.
Oh, wait.
Oh
Say
my
what?
god.
Yeah, we're good now. So I didn't mention his name, right? So this could be anybody, right?
I didn't
Okay.
think.
All right.
I didn't think. I didn't
Nothing
think I
to do
need.
with Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with him at all. Yeah, anything that's being expressed here has nothing to do with him specifically as a person, not Jonathan Major.
Right.
We're talking about a person who
Any random
could
person.
have experienced the same type of
Right.
situation and a possible conclusion of what could have happened
Don't know who
in
else
a
it could be.
situation
Yep.
like that.
Nope. No particular person comes to mind
No particular person.
at all. So you
So we
see
just,
them in these spaces, and
yes.
so you're saying,
Yeah, so you're saying so a completely fictitious person in
Mhm.
this type of space with a scenario that is similar to a person we may know, a person we may have heard of.
you know, goes
Entirely fictitious.
maybe they go by AKA Kang, the Conqueror,
Maybe.
if you will, or
Maybe.
perhaps by another name, He Who Remains.
Yeah.
That's just, you know what I mean? After you eliminate everybody, He Who Remains. That could be anybody. Right?
That can literally be,
That could
literally
be
be
anybody.
anybody.
All right.
All we're saying is this is just it's not a good look. It's not a good look. And it's important to understand that, like you said, bro, like you never know what these people are going through. The pressure of the lifestyle, of the demands of that lifestyle, of even the circles they are around, the people they may have associated with. There's so many pressures coming from different places, so many influences coming from different places that are changing your framework of the world, how you see people, how you conduct yourself in relationships, whether that's romantic or whether that's just platonic or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
It's in these type of these type of professions, especially in the entertainment industry, man. It can be very,
It's
very
a lot of weight.
toxic, and
It's a lot of weight.
Yeah, it's a lot of weight,
It's a lot of
man.
weight, and then you have to be a really, truly balanced person.
You have to be mentally strong.
Yeah, to be able to be able to accept all that and what it comes with, and still be a good person at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
We've seen a lot of them go wrong. We've seen a lot of go left. There's actually a lot more experiences of good quality people that they just be out the way, so you don't ever hear about them. But you kind of think like the preponderance of people are bad that are in Hollywood or celebrities or in the music industry. But I will say this: now that this allegation has come out, there's now more pronounced some circles of people that was already kind of whispering this kind of thing about him. Apparently, they're like, he might have like a little bit of a history that like those who know, who are in the industry, kind of like know of an incident or something might have happened. So they're like, hey, we tried to told y'all, kind of thing.
Let me pose this to you. Why does that seem to always happen after an incident like this comes out? Where like, we've heard of some whisper. Why were we hearing?
The thing is now but the thing is with social media, you have screenshots and you have timestamps. Yeah. So it's like, it's not that they weren't out there. Somebody was putting it out there, but they didn't get the microphone because the incident didn't catch the algorithm right to be retweeted or reposted, there was
no credence to the allegations,
right? To the allegation, but then somebody now looks back at the past and like, wait a minute, this happened, this happened, that happened. This person's been, and these people have been saying this thing for a while, and they might have had like 1,200 likes and maybe like 200 retweets and maybe like 600 comments. and that was it, and that's it. But you need millions for shit to go viral now. You know, you need tens of thousands of retweets and likes and shit for you to get that, for you to be like, oh, this person has the microphone now. And so now people have a reason to look because of these new allegations.
No, and that's a very good point. That's a very good point. Because there are times where we just, as consumers, we just take data points and it doesn't come back until like an actual event that's related to that.
It's like, oh, whoa. I did. You look back, you're like, wait a minute, that's what it all was. Right.
Yeah, you're right about that. And another reason why I wanted to also even point that out is because I wanted to pose this question to you as well. Do you think that film and acting changes people? Like as far as who they are, like in real life, do you think that it really changes people?
Okay. Oh God.
Yeah.
Damn it. Yeah. Bro, how do we be getting into these conversations? Like, off of this like fucking shit like this.
I was like, as he was talking, I was like, I'm gonna hit him with something hard. I'm gonna hit him with something crazy.
And the thing is, like, but this ain't the time for it. This is supposed to be a throwback. Okay. All right. So it's like this. Cause I did. Oh man, I thought about it for a second. I was like, what's the feasibility that something like this could possibly happen? And one of the things that came to mind was training for Creed.
I already know.
Was that training for Creed?
That's CT, man.
That's CT. Oh my gosh. Thought that nigga might have, you know what I mean? Like, some people are method actors. You know what I mean? Yeah. So they'd be in the, they mindset just be in that kind of zone. So, you know what I mean? I don't know. Like, he'd be a little too good in some of these scenes. Some of these niggas be like really behind that role. And then on top of that, for him to get as jacked as he did, I'm not making allegations of steroids at all.
Not at all. Not at all. We're not doing that.
But if a person was to take steroids and stuff like that, you know, HGH and all that kind of stuff, you know, I don't know of any particular person that might exhibit some, let's say, side effects of hypothetical steroids, but steroids have been known to make niggas aggressive. You know
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. I'll end here by saying that Jonathan Majors people did put out a statement, and they said this is all completely and absolutely
all cap
trash, all cap. They have witnesses, they say, and they have video, they say, right? And I'm not gonna say this last part. Because I don't want to lend any credence to what is a part of the story that would be unfair, right? If it's not true. Yeah. So that'll be kind of bullshit. But if you look into it, if you're interested in looking into it, you'll figure it out that if that's the case, that last little thing is like, wait a minute, this might all be cap. You know, it might all be cap. But I'm gonna wait till the evidence comes out. I'm not gonna make a judgment call what to do, but bro, you are fucking wildin' if you did that shit, especially after the fucking persona you put out. Like, not when I'm even talking about like your character that you played in the movie. I'm talking about your interviews. I'm talking about your freaking statements and shit and projects that you do to try to portray yourself as this like hyper in tune guy with your emotion and your growth and your peace. I thought, you know, you put out there like you was above that. So bro, that's fucked up if you really like living that double life like that, where you're a fucking savage when the fucking lights are off and fucking curtains close.
I would hope. I mean, I agree. I would hope that these allegations are unfounded. I would hope that they're unfounded. But it just makes me think, man. Regardless if they're unfounded or not, I'm like, it's almost like
You say
Is this
regardless.
yeah. I'm saying regardless if they're unfounded or not, it feels like an L for black men.
It is an L.
It's an L.
Yeah,
Like it's
it's
because
an
it's like
L.
because it's almost like because I do also think that there are people who
It's an L.
expect black men
Yeah.
to fail.
Even
Like
even
there's just a
if
general
even
expectation.
if he is
Yeah.
completely exonerated,
Yeah,
you know what I
this is
mean?
attached to his name forever. It
It's
doesn't
attached
matter.
to his name. It's like fuck, bro. Like I
Yeah,
can't. Like it still kind of follows me a little bit, even though everybody
yeah,
knows. Like if that's
mhm,
if he's exonerated, completely exonerated. If that
yeah,
video comes out,
mhm,
if that other person recants their statement, you know, if we have definitive evidence like yo he did not do this, what
mhm,
he's being accused of doing,
yeah,
um, it's still gonna be on him.
yeah,
It's still gonna be on you,
yeah.
and that fucking sucks to be put in that position where. This is exactly what I was talking about a long time ago too. Where like, if somebody breaks into your home and you kill them, you know what I mean, and you are exonerated because you stood your ground in
Mhm.
your own
That's the
home.
connection you're making there. Yeah, yeah,
You know you're gonna it's it's gonna be on you though.
yeah.
Like you
That body's still gonna
that
be on your
body's
mind
on
for sure.
you. You know,
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
and it's gonna be it's way
it's
more.
gonna weigh on you.
It's not even just that
Mm.
subversive. It's gonna be like on Google, my guy. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, yeah, it's true.
People are
Yeah,
gonna Google
people are
this
gonna
and
know
see
that.
this.
Yeah.
People that when you go when you go look for a new job, like like it might be a fucked up headline that's still out there.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Before you was exonerated or some shit like
Yeah,
that. And
dang,
like if
that's true.
somebody
Yeah.
Googles your name for this job or this project and they see that, it
Yeah.
could, you know what I mean? They don't decide to scroll any further for some
Mhm.
reason or read the actual article past the headline,
Yeah.
realizing, and by at the end they say, oh, and by the way, he was completely exonerated. They ain't gonna do all that. You know,
They might not
sometimes so
even
it's
get to that
like
point in the article. Yeah.
it's like, and then not to mention what you were talking about too, the shit just weighing on your mind too. So it's like,
Yeah.
fuck,
Yeah.
you know, that was it's an L. You're right. Either way you look at it,
Yeah.
it's an L for my guy.
Yeah.
He's already got he already had a deal canceled, like a promotion he
You
was
see?
doing with the military.
You see?
He was gonna do like a military commercial to
Mhm.
promote recruiting or some shit,
Yeah.
and they canceled him. They was like, no, we suspended this, you know. So
That's so crazy, bro. Like that's just it, it's 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 to the point where like it's like I'm not again, I think the most accurate term, the most accurate word that I can think of for me, just how it made me feel is that I'm just disappointed. It just really disappoints me. It's like,
that
damn,
whole
bro, like
this is why
the
I
whole
don't be
thing.
trying to fucking read the news on the weekends, man.
Yeah, throw off your whole vibe.
Oh,
For it. I
my
ain't
whole
gonna lie.
fucking vibe.